Once again we're diving headfirst into the enchanting Who Made Me a Princess series, but hold up a sec. Last time in the anime we witnessed Princess Athi hitting that magical 14-year milestone and gearing up for her dazzling debutante ball, where she had to snag a dance partner, but deep down in her heart she was feeling that bittersweet pang because Claude had skipped every single one of her birthdays, which totally tracks, after all. Her big day crashes right on the anniversary of Diana's heartbreaking passing, so Claude always barricades himself in his room like a brooding storm cloud, but Athi shakes off the blues, rallies her spirits, and decides to craft an epic gift for Claude to shout from the rooftops how much she treasures every single thing he's done for her. So she whips up this heart-melting family portrait and pops the question, asking Claude to step up as her dance partner for the debutante extravaganza. Claude doesn't spill his answer on the spot, but with her sweet request and that thoughtful gift hitting him square in the feels, he's undeniably beaming inside. So now, Athi's birthday bash is creeping closer, but she's jittery as a kitten in a thunderstorm because in her precognition dreams she glimpsed the exact same day when Duke Alpheus parades Claude's secret daughter in front of all the nobles. And to top it off, Claude's still holding out on his reply to her. The maids are fretting over Athi like a flock of worried hens, and right on cue Claude dispatches a message that he'll claim the spotlight as her very first dance partner at the ball. It sweeps away her worries like a fresh breeze, so she flips the script and starts treating Lucas all sweet and sunny. The dude clocks the vibe shift instantly and side-eyes her like what's the catch? And Athi straight up asks him to shift into his grown-up form. Since Claude's on deck as her partner she wants to drill those dance moves like a pro, but Lucas is all about that lazy lounge life, so he conjures a cheeky paper puppet stand-in for her. That's just his signature chaos move to troll her, because Athi's still a total newbie who keeps accidentally tangoing on her partner's toes. So she recalls Ijkiel has came back from his overseas studies adventure and Lucas gets that jealous twitch just hearing the name, so he zaps the lady straight to him, echoing that wild teleport from 7 years back. But this round the prince swoops in to catch his princess in full rom-com glory. Ijkiel's over the moon reuniting with Athi, but Jeanette's prowling nearby hunting for him, so Ijkiel whisks Athi off to a cozy hideaway for some real talk. 7 years ago Athi had lit that fierce fire in him to blaze through his studies ahead of schedule and hustle back early to flex on Duke Alpheus that he's got the chops to carve his own destiny. And Ijkiel etched those words into his soul and wrapped up at Atlanta Academy a whole year early. When he first touched down there, truth be told, it was a brutal boot camp. Everyone shot him those shady third-degree stares just cause his status screamed elite, plus the foreign lingo turned his brain into knots cranking up the study grind. But Ijkiel poured on the hustle and in just 7 years he crushed it all. This triumph's gonna let him strut into society as the flawless heir to the dukedom, but beyond the flex, he was secretly counting down the days to cross paths with Athi again, and now that it's happening, Ijkiel's letting his heart flutter, feelings peek out bit by bit, but bam, Lucas yanks her back home, and this time Athi doesn't blow a fuse, because the vibes back there were veering into blush-worthy territory. Well anyway, Athi nails her dance practice to perfection the day before her debutante ball, but that electric nervousness still buzzes in her chest like a swarm of fireflies, about stepping into high society for the very first time. And yeah, the looming shadow of Jeanette's big reveal, but Lily's steady presence is like a warm hug that always grounds her. Then from the crack of dawn, Athi plunges into this grueling rigged makeover marathon which drains her like a royal spade gone rogue, and by sunset she's emerging looking like a straight-up vision of gorgeous princess perfection. But all this whirlwind hype is still a total nerve fest, so Claude swoops in with his overprotective charm, offering to command the whole crowd to bow and scrape till the ball wraps, if it'll ease her jitters, just like he drills his soldiers. Athi has to wave it off with a giggle, but on the flip side, Duke Alpheus is scheming to unveil Jeanette to Claude that very day. While Athi and Claude are out dazzling the public, everyone's utterly smitten by Athi's radiant glow. Their eyes locked on her like magnets, which cranks her nerves to 11, and she starts accidentally waltzing all over Claude's feet, so Claude seamlessly takes the reins and turns their twirl into a jaw-dropping spectacle that steals the show. Then rolls in the mingle mayhem, and that's when Duke sidles up to chat with Claude, but Athi can't tag along cause she's drawing a horde of admirers like honey to bees. So Ijkiel materializes like a knight in shining armor to shoo them off and requests a spin on the dance floor with Athi, so as they glide into rhythm Duke chips away at the awkward ice and kicks off the convo. He's slyly maneuvering to drop hints about Jeanette bit by bit, so he floats the pitch again that he's got this adopted daughter the same age as Athi, so she'd be an absolute gem of a friend for her. But Claude swats it away like yesterday's news without a flicker of interest. But Athi has zero clue, so she's spiraling deeper into worry mode, yet she steals her sparkle and flips the script to make this ball unforgettable. Rallying everyone's gaze to unveil the gift she prepped for her dad, it's a blinding burst of magical showmanship where Athi conjures her mother's shimmering illusion right there in the spotlight. Claude struck utterly speechless. And the whole audience hushes into enchanted silence, With this, Athi flows into a piano melody to gift her father one more ethereal dance with his beloved. It's a fairy tale dream whipped to life by Athi herself, and get this. Duke Alpheus has to slam the brakes on his plot because the unbreakable bond between Athi and Claude hits like an unbreakable fortress. That's how the ball wraps on a high note and Jeanette stays blissfully off the radar. So all in all, everything unfolds like a charmed script, yet Athi tosses and turns battling sleep, so Lucas came there for her. He always plays it cool like Athi's chaos is beneath him, but the guy's simmering with legit jealousy underneath, so he dives right back into roasting Athi about her toe-stomping slip-ups on Claude in her mid-dance. But out of nowhere Athi gets hit with a dizzy spell from her magic surging wild, so Lucas tucks her in for a quick enchanted nap, then bam, from the next morning onward, party invites from fancy nobles rain down on Athi like confetti overload. It's a dizzying dilemma picking which to snag, so she bounces the question off Claude, but he flat out vetoes her venturing beyond the castle gates. Turns out Daddy's fuming over the pest parade buzzing around his little gem. Especially that smooth-talking Eichkiel, so they pivot the chatter and Claude recalls that wild time Athi tumbled into the lake during their boat jaunt. It was all courtesy of those sneaky lotus blooms, and Athi hatches a sneaky plan to dial up the cuteness overload, distract Claude just enough, and when his defenses dip she'll plead to sneak out, so she coos that the lotus is adorably irresistible. If so, Claude fetches one for her which spirals into a full-on traumatizing fiasco, and thanks to her epic meltdown they both fell into the lake again, tagging another blushfest mishap onto her highlight reel. Then Athi dives into some therapeutic cooking to shake off the soggy blues, and Claude dispatches Felix to Athi to show her a gift he had prepared. Claude had secretly bloomed a whole rose garden just for Athi. A dreamy spot for tea parties and buddy hangouts. Claude's low-key thoughtfulness shines through, because he can't greenlight her outdoor escapades, so he crafts this indoor paradise to let Athi host friend fests under his watchful eye. Athi makes a point to invite Jeanette too, but she gets hilariously lost in the castle's endless maze and Claude clocks her as a sneaky intruder. Jeanette insists she scored an invite from Athi, but Claude warns her not to roam willy-nilly like this. So she bumbles her way back to the soiree where the ladies are deep in giggly girl talk, dishing on that swoony world of chocolates and crushes. They're all starry-eyed over Felix cause he's infamous as the dashing Red Knight. Seems like Felix cringes at the moniker, but it's not just him. The gals grill Athi about that mysterious black-haired red-eyed hunk mage. Then one pipes up she digs guys like Eichkiel, and since Athi swirled with him at the ball they all pounce for the deets, but Jeanette spots Athi squirming and heroically hijacks the spotlight. She spills that Eichkiel's her cousin to soak up their awe, which buys Athi a breather, and Jeanette swings by for a real heart-to-heart. She's pure sunshine, just craving that family warmth, and with her vibe Athi feels a rush of joy that the night's humming along so sweetly. But when she slips back she catches Lucas crashed out snoozing, and flashes on how the other girls swooned over his vibe, so right as she was quietly owning that Lucas does pack some serious charm. He stirs awake and spots a sneaky wisp of dark magic clinging to her, so he zaps it away and flops back into his lazy mode. He's clocked the same shadowy traces on Claude too, so it's got his brain in overdrive puzzling over the mystery. And that's where our video ends for today, so stay tuned for the next part of the recap, and make sure you have subscribed the channel, or you might miss the update. Till then, take care.